I feel like I haven't quite actually understood the gravity of what it means to the people around me, like my family and my community, and where my parents are from in Belize. Like, I haven't really quite understood that part. What it feels like to me, though, you're right, it just is doing the work and continuing to do the work, and hopefully always to do work of incredible writers and incredible companies and directors. I mean, the last 4 years have been so, each moment has been monumental and important, and the plays that were done. I mean, Lynn Nottage's Clydes, directed by Kate Wariski, the role of Letitia, and a formerly incarcerated mother with a sick child who's just trying to live and not fail, right? And then going into Martina Mayok's Cost of Living, playing Jess, someone who is struggling due to the world of capitalism and has done everything right in their lives, and literally the world is failing them. And what human need what is. And then, that was directed by Joe Bonney, Martina Mayuk and Joe Bonney. And then Pearly Victorious, the resurrection of Ossie Davis's words, directed by Kenny Leon. It just felt like one of those moments in time where we were paying homage to a great writer whose work people only know from maybe the musical. They kept on pointing out the musical, but people didn't really know the where
play.
It came from.
Yeah.
And in a role created by Ruby D.
And in a role created by Ruby D. Like, that felt incredibly important. Really important. And then this year, just it feels every single it all feels like the one, There's no favorite. There's just what we're doing right now. And Brandon just won a Pulitzer.
Right.
Unbelievable.
And I would say if Table 17 had moved to Broadway, I think you'd have 5 nominations.
Oh, I love that. I love Table 17. Oh my goodness, that was Douglas Lyons, directed by Jalen Livingston.
It was a wonderful
Biko
show.
and Biko Eisenmartin and Michael Rashawn. Really special show.
I mean, you're really special.
You're so
Your
sweet.
talent is unbelievable. The
You're a
whole
chameleon.
industry, really taking the industry by storm. And it's been so fun to see what you do, because we never know what you're gonna do next. And it's so amazing to see you like jump into these different roles and to get the recognition for it. And we don't do it for the recognition and whatever, but to be recognized in this capacity, 4 nominations 4 years running, like, that's no small feat.
Wow.
It's a huge feat.
It's a huge feat.
And on that note, you did a great job as the host of Broadway Dream Roll.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
So do you think in those terms for yourself, or do you not? Some people don't have dream roles. But do you too?
I shared that night, like,
You
my
did mention one, right?
Mrs. Lovett.
Oh, that's
Because
When are we getting it?
I don't even know. I don't know. But do you know James at the Hayes? Wait, Lauren, what's James's last name at the Hayes? The dresser? Oh my God. Well, I'm sorry. Blank. James. I should know his last name, but it's not coming to me right now.
He's a dresser.
He's a dresser. He's incredible. He's so legendary. He's like taking care of everybody. He's so legendary. But he was like, I want you to do Roxy, and I was like, wait, what?
In Chicago?
Yeah. He was like, I want you to do Roxy. So he's like planted the seed. So now I'm like entertaining. But I was like, but man, if we did Chicago, we would have to like really. Not revamp, like by no means take away the artistic integrity of Chicago, but revamp like maybe it's all actors doing Chicago, and it's not just like the principal roles of Roxy or Velma, like to like switch them out and have anybody do it. But if it was like we are really kind of sinking in to the play of Chicago. then we could really do something there.
I
So
was
he's
just thinking that if they really wanted to revitalize the show, and of course for so long now they've just kind of been doing little bits of stunt casting and like not for long. But if they really decided, we're just really gonna,
we're just gonna really we're gonna
Right.
give
Yeah.
it its all. Like,
then that would be perfect for you to go into it.
So I have to ask with purpose.
Yes, sir.
You didn't do the Chicago production, so how
No.
did it feel joining the four principals?
Oh, so Latanya and myself, Latanya Richardson
Right.
Jackson and myself, we were the newbies in this cast. But I have to say, it didn't feel like, it did feel like, oh, we got to catch up because they've already done the play. But in retrospect, Brandon was working on the play every day.
I heard lots of new
Okay.
pages.
Lots of new pages. He was working on the play every day. I was so about it because I was like, let's do that. I'm like, yes, what you got today? Like, I want to see what it's like. But we were welcomed with such warm hearts. And at one point it did feel like, oh, we're catching up to something that has been cemented in some kind of way. But because of this constant evolution of text, we were all sort of eventually immersed in the same experience of still learning the play, learning new kind of twists and turns. Sometimes Brandon would truncate things that he had written maybe 4 or 5 lines before, and there was like a whole kind of story, and now you had to sort of make the same journey in a moment versus like a whole page, right? So there were those. It's so exciting though. It's like so much fun to kind of Tough Mudder it out and be there. Like it was like that for Stephen Allen Garrett
Right,
for Halfway
for Halfway
Bitches. Yeah, he was writing. We came in with there was 20 pages when we first started rehearsal there at Atlantic, and it was 20 people in the cast. So, yeah.
One more question, guys.
I'd love to ask you about one scene in particular, the dinner scene. So much is going on, and I found myself always watching you and just how you were reacting, and I just wanted to know, like, what is going through your mind as Aziza watching this unfold, because for all of the theatrics, right, it's your quiet presence that is, like, so pulling. So I just wanted to know, like, what's going through your mind in that while you're watching that unfold as your character?
Well, as the time is going, I'm really actually looking at, and as Aziza, I am clocking the emasculation of these 2 men by their father, and really clocking how deeply this onion is being peeled to revealing the vitriol of Solomon Jasper. And where is that coming from? What is this the disappointment is illogical in this moment, because this is the first time that everybody has come together in 2 years, right? So it's really kind of peeling back that onion of like, why is this man not who I thought he was? And then, I gotta also bring up though too, like the epic Broadway debut of the one, the only Alana Arenas. I mean, so deservedly the Theater World Award. My brother said that's like the most important award you'll ever get because you only get it once, right? My brother says that all the time. And I'm like, I'm gagged every single night. I use that word for her because I literally am I'm literally like this is how close we are. And I'm just like, I gotta remind myself that I'm in the play sometimes because I'm watching her as an audience, but also, I guess Aziza is too, but...
Right, I think Aziza is seeing her as an audience.
Right, so I feel like Aziza is just like, whoa, what's happening? Oh my God, this woman's going to prison, and they've been treating her like shit this whole time. Whoa, this is... And then also, what Aziza gives a moment, is Aziza the catalyst for explosion? Because of standing up for Naz in this moment and his sexuality and what he has identified over himself to be. is my defense of him the reason why Morgan explodes, the reason why Solomon explodes, you know, that leaves the family in a moment of disarray. Am I the catalyst?
It's so rich. It's so rich.
So good.
It's
You
so
know?
rich. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
No, thank
Congratulations.
you.
Thank you
Thanks so much
Thank
for
you
being
so
here.
much for your
Passion,
time.
just the work